Wait, we're really streaming? Are you sure?
I am 59% sure.
Yay! Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, that is on.
Great. Welcome, welcome. You'll notice an empty chair right here. Jay will be here later.
All right, I'm going to play Brutal Doom.
And Rich is going to play Brutal Doom because we figured we needed something a little mindless. Huh?
What?
Something a little mindless while we chatted about things and stuff and crap and all that fun stuff. I did try to find, just before we started streaming, I did try to find a tiny skeleton.
Oh!
From the Halloween episode of Best of the Worst, but I didn't. I couldn't find it, so I was hoping to have a tiny skeleton here to BJ. But there you go. Is the Doom face right next to my face? So it's like Jay's here. Welcome, Doom guy.
Special guest.
Doom guy.
Whoa. Oh, that stupid fucking R2-D2 hub.
Maybe I need to
It
hit
froze my controls. Yeah, when it does that, my controls stop working.
Sorry. Welcome. Let's talk about before Jay comes. Rich and I. Hopefully, everyone has seen the man painting on a treadmill. If you guys haven't seen this, apparently he has a Twitch channel in which he live paints every Friday night. And last week he decided to paint while jogging on a treadmill. And Dick Neutral called in and asked him to paint a crocodile brain. I thought that was really funny.
I saw a bit of it. I didn't see the end result. How did it turn out?
Not good.
No?
Not good.
I'm assuming the joke is nothing he does turns out especially good.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Is it's not about what he gets. Lucky Strikes. My thoughts on Isaac Afterbirth. I've been enjoying it. I played it a little bit, and it's Binding of Isaac with more things. So if you are someone who has played a lot of Binding of Isaac like I did, it's a welcome treat. New monsters, new rooms, more stuff to do in a game you love. I really enjoy it. But so I'm predisposed to like it because I already liked it, and this is just more. It's more of the game that I like. So. Doom.
Yeah,
Oh,
Doom.
Doom.
One of the fucking best games ever made.
Oh, Doom. We have not played Lakeview Cabin 5 yet. We haven't made it through the first 4 Lakeview Cabins.
What is this? What is stylistically? What is 5?
I don't know. I have no idea. The first 2 are fun, but I don't like. We didn't even beat the first one. We just moved on because we got tired. But much like Isaac Afterbirth, I'm sure if you liked all of the other, are you having issues?
Yeah.
Are you having issues?
I wish I could use this number pad on armrest, not the pillow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
What's that on my shirt? Oh, on my shirt, you probably can't see because it's very dark gray. This is a shirt for the band The Blind Shake, and they're like a surf rock trio out of Minnesota. And I've seen them live a couple times, and they're a really great live band. The Blind Shake. So that's what shirt I'm wearing right now. Yep. Oh, Doom. The green screen looks weird. It might.
It's the lighting. I wanted the lights to be a bit dimmer in here because this is a dark game.
The lights aren't as we normally do them. So Rich and I might look a little different. The green screen might look a little different.
Get fucking used to it. Is what I'm saying.
Lakeview Cabin 5 is a mix between Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween. Oh, cool. Oh, you guys want to talk about Supergirl? Supergirl is a fucking hot mess of a show. It is really, really bad. Really, really bad.
Are you still the only one who hates it?
I've seen many people really enjoy Supergirl, and I think that's really weird.
They think you're really weird.
Exactly. I don't understand why people like it so much. It's all over the place. Here's an example, because I watched the second episode. You know, you can't judge. Not every show you can judge by its first episode, right? Oh my god!
I need to fix this.
Rich is gonna fix that.
I need basically I need the number pad here, so I need the microphone on my way. So I need the number pad there.
So here's by the way, some mild spoilers for the first and second episode of Supergirl. So the backstory is this: Supergirl is a preteen when she leaves Krypton, and she is actually shipped off with Kal-El to protect him. But while Kal-El makes it to Earth, Kara gets trapped in the Phantom Zone. And so, you know, Kal-El comes to Earth and becomes Superman, all while Kara doesn't age in the Phantom Zone. So then she comes to Earth, and Superman already exists, and she just gets to lead her own life, right? And she decides to become Supergirl later on. So the second episode, she is kind of like figuring out what it takes to be a hero and whatnot, and she meets up with her aunt. And her aunt is a bad guy, and we know her aunt is a bad guy because we see her aunt be a bad guy. But
her aunt?
Her aunt.
Like Kryptonian aunt?
Her Kryptonian aunt shows up because in the Phantom Zone, the prison that was in the Phantom Zone also came through when Kara... It's a whole... Don't even worry.
Okay.
Her aunt is a bad guy, right?
I think there's just too many fucking Kryptonians already.
There's... yeah, oh, by the way, yeah, there's 3 already. At least. No, there's 5 already. So, her aunt comes back, and we know her aunt is a bad guy, but she doesn't know her aunt is a bad guy. In fact, she remembers her aunt really fondly. And she sees her aunt, and she's like, "What are you doing here, aunt?" And the aunt is like, I got trapped in the prison because I tried to save Krypton, and they didn't believe me. And now I need to save Earth. Will you help me save Earth, Supergirl?
Okay.
And so what do we know about Krypton?
It blows up.
It blows up. And so, she tried to save Krypton. And immediately, Supergirl goes, "I will fight you."
What?
Immediately, Supergirl says, "I will fight you for that."
For saving Earth?
Yes. For no reason.
I have to take your word on all of this.
Right. Phantom Zone equals the Nexus. Anyway. So she starts fighting her evil aunt because her aunt said that she wanted to save the Earth, and she wasn't able to save Krypton. We already know the aunt is a bad guy because we see her be a bad guy, but Supergirl doesn't see that. It makes no sense.
But whatever, I don't give a fuck. It's all fine. It's fine.
Right? You shouldn't. It's not a good show, so you shouldn't give a fuck. But it's one of those things where I was trying to cite a specific example of why it doesn't make any sense and why I don't like it. I just don't understand why other people like it. So. Rich isn't even explaining that episode right. First of all, it's Jack. You can see me talk now, so there shouldn't be any confusion.
I can't explain that episode right. I haven't seen the episode.
But that's what happens in the episode. Doesn't matter. I don't think it's a good show. I'm gonna be all done.
Yeah.
Supergirl. Yeah, Supergirl's hot. She looks all right. It's fine.
This screen is still too dark. I think that's the settings in the TV now.
The screen is too dark?
I can't see the lights.
Oh. I'm very tall. That's how tall I am.
Oh, they're talking about what, height difference between us?
There's a height difference between us.
Yeah. Well, I'm on a couch.
Rich is on a couch. I'm on a chair.
We're sitting on different things.
I'm a little taller than Rich.
Oh, see, like, I can't see shit.
Oh, okay. Well, change the settings then.
Oh, give me the TV remote. This is on the...
You have it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Get it together. You think it will get up to season 3? Supergirl, probably. People seem to like it, so probably. You know what I've been crazy getting into while I've been doing a bunch of special effects work? I've been binge watching Arrow and The Flash, and I'm super into both of them now. I don't think that's it.
That's not making much difference.
Well, that's the backlight. That's not the.
Oh.
Brightness. There you go. So the Arrow. And
Oh, that's much better.
the Arrow and the Flash are great. The Flash, in particular, and I don't give a shit about the Flash, like as a superhero, but that's a good show. I like that. Flash.
I find it helpful when you can see what you're shooting at.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree. I thought Arrow was bad. Arrow is cheesy. Arrow is really cheesy.
How can you avoid cheesy when you're making a show about a guy who fights crime with a bow and arrow?
Exactly. But they did not blend the cheese well. You know, like it was very cheesy and overly dramatic at the same time, and it didn't blend well.
Cheese is your destiny at that point.
Actually, the thing that helped me get back into the Arrow was watching The Flash, because you know they're in the same universe and they actually interact quite often, the Arrow and Flash, in each other's episodes. And so, like, The Flash nails their tone. You know, like, they understand that they are a goofy show about a man wearing red tights. And I think that kind of helped me figure out the Arrow's tone, or they settled down a little bit, but I've been super into them. Super into Arrow and Flash. Does the Arrow get better after the pilot? Nah. It's the same. It's the same. It's not great. Here's what I'll say about the Arrow is you get used to it. You conform to its particular brand of cheese.
Ooh, he's crawling around. That's great.
Kick him. Kick that 2D sprite.
I did. That was glorious.
Arrow is not a great character, and I mean, literally all it is they're trying to do Batman.
Well, that's all the Arrow ever was.
Oh no! Slight spoiler alert coming up for Arrow Season 3. The entirety of Arrow Season 3 deals with Ra's al Ghul wanting him to take over the League of Assassins.
What?
Yes, literally an exact Batman one.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's awful.
Yeah. And the first season of The Arrow is about someone trying to take over Starling City because it's overrun with poverty by killing all the impoverished people and starting over from scratch, just like in Batman Begins.
Okay.
So they've gone beyond trying, like, being like a low-grade Batman. They're just like, we're going to take all the Batman stories and just give them to the Arrow because we don't have a Batman TV show.
Can I stick with Batman the Animated Series?
You can.
For my DC content?
Of course you can.
Maybe a little bit of Justice League?
A little bit of Justice League. You know what? I even like The Adventures of Superman. That was a good show. That was fun.
You mean the DC animated Superman? Or which?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one in the same universe as Batman the Animated Series.
I think that was just called Superman.
I thought it was The Adventures of Superman.
I think that's something else. I think that's the 50s show.
I don't know. You know what? How about that? Have you watched Gotham? I watched a couple episodes of Gotham and didn't much care for it. But
Gotham's fine.
it's fine.
I caught the first half of season 1.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with it. I'm not going to marry it.
Only the first half of season 1, obviously. So not so much into it that you had to watch more of it.
Well, that was when the season break happened and whatever. For no particularly great reason, I didn't catch back up.
Can you check out the game Indivisible? I'm sure I will hear of it sooner or later.
What's that Team Fortress-esque one you were talking about?
Oh, that's Overwatch.
What about Overwatch? What's an Overwatch?
What's it? First, hey, we're talking about DC TV shows, Rich.
All right, we'll keep on that vein.
First,
You mentioned a game, and that reminded me of another game you talked about. I was trying to further the conversation, Jack.
oh, like I like to segment what we talk about. I'd like to be efficient.
You mentioned some kind of game. I thought you were done talking about DC.
I saw. You know,
You changed the topic, and then you get mad at me for furthering the topic you changed. That is not cool, man.
I saw someone mention that many times, and I just wanted to make sure that I was acknowledging that they said something. We can talk about Overwatch. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I give a shit. Fuck you and fuck Overwatch. Tried to help a guy out. Look what I get. Look what I get.
Overwatch looks interesting because we've been playing with the Steam controller. All of my Steam controller time almost all of it has been spent playing TF2 because I wanted to make sure I didn't have to like learn a game while learning the controller.
Yeah.
And so I've been playing TF2 with the Steam controller, and it's got me really excited about TF2 and really excited about Overwatch. I've not been playing the beta at all.
Doing with ammo is reloading is not a thing I'm used to.
And I've been getting into TF2 a little bit more. It just makes me more excited for Overwatch, which is, I mean, it's not even out till like spring, but. For anyone who doesn't know, Overwatch is a team-based first-person shooter made by Blizzard. And I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Fuck you, R2.
Lloyd Beats, yeah, we've played Hotline Miami. We played on stream. I really liked the first one, and the second one was fine. Fine. First one was good.
That's not my own wrong.
Nothing wrong. Just
not your jam. Well, what's different?
Just it seemed like a kind of bloated version of Hotline Miami 1.
That's the nature of sequels.
Exactly. So I'm not going to say it's bad. You know, it's just one of those. Hotline Miami 1 was unique and a fun singular experience. And Hotline Miami 2 is fine. So that's all.
You know what I love, Jack?
What?
My mouse.
Oh, that's why you're talking about Indivisible. We're going to get to your mouse in a second. We probably won't be playing it tonight. They keep mentioning it because they have an Indiegogo campaign that needs support, and so they were hoping we could play it tonight. Probably not going to happen.
What is it called? What is it?
Indivisible.
What's the deal?
I don't know.
Strategy game? Is it a shooter? Is it a...
They talked about it a little bit. I don't know.
Spreadsheet program? What is
it?
it?
It's a spreadsheet program. It's really interesting. Indivisible game. I'll look it up. I'll Google it. I'm gonna giggle it. It's an RPG, so already
I hate it.
Already, Rich hates it. You might not know us too well.
You take turns hitting the A button to fight? I hate it.
Oh my god. Well, here's why it's not making its Indiegogo campaign. Their Indiegogo goal is 1.5 million.
For what? Why is it that much?
And they've made 50% of their goal. They have $750,000. Jesus H.
They're doing fine.
A 2D action RPG from...
So they need $2 million to develop a 2D game.
A 2D RPG, yeah.
So $1 million per dimension is what we're looking at. My God, it's not 3D. Oh my God.
That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for an Indiegogo campaign. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Animation is expensive, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's still a lot of money.
Where'd we go?
What?
No, this dude. Follow me. Don't hold your position. You would follow me. I think he'll teleport with me anyway if he's not close. I don't know. I've had a lot of issues with Brutal Doom. Brutal Doom added these soldiers you can rescue and help you.
Okay.
They replaced the useless invisibility spheres with just dudes with guns,
Nice.
which is more fun.
Yeah.
But they tend to vanish between levels when they shouldn't.
Oh. I don't know what Skullgirls is. What's Skullgirls?
No idea.
Okay, we don't know what Skullgirls is, but apparently it's made by the same people that made Skullgirls.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
Oh wait, that sounds familiar.
yeah.
I can't picture what it is, but it sounds familiar. I've heard that. Basically, it just means I've heard that, which is useless information.
Oh, I've heard that. It's an anime-ish fighting game. No, it's a 2D fighter. Rich and I don't really play many fighters, so that's probably...
None of these are my genres.
I only so Rich, you've heard that they have officially they have a new Star Trek series in the works.
Yeah.
Do we know any other information?
I know a lot of people don't like the guy who's making it.
Oh, okay.
Was it Alex Kurtzman?
Uh-huh.
That's all I know.
Oh, okay.
They did some work on New Trek, and people are discouraged because of that.
Oh.
Which, you know, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, New Trek failed a lot.
I don't think you could afford to make a televised version of New Trek, though.
Sure.
I mean, they're not going to go for over-the-top, beautiful-looking action set pieces.
Right.
Because it's cheaper to do characters talking on TV.
I think it's plausible that they'd have a large art budget for 2D games. That's possible. Twitch plays Pokemon. You know, still think that's a lot. Still think that's a lot to ask for crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Smaller. Think smaller. More personal. This little demon guy.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gabba, gabba, gabba.
He goes gobble, 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 gobble. I swallow your soul, I swallow your soul.
There's got to be a mod where the demons say "swallow your soul" and Brutal Doom, right?
If not, we can make that happen.
Right. I mean, there has to be a thing.
Swallow your soul.
Jeez. Hopefully. 2D animation. Listen, man. It's just a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask for crowdfunding. I'm sure quality 2D animation costs a lot of money. You're kind of embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
How would you know? How on earth would you know?
There's no way I would know. I cannot tell you the last time I played Doom seriously.
Oh.
What's the cell phone noise? Yeah, what's that? Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, that's I'm running out of ammo.
Oh, okay. Running out of ammo noise.
I'm using this helmet mod, which adds that in. It's just a little extra perk. Oh, why'd I do that? That was dumb.
Jay will be coming by shortly. He's gonna take up this little area here.
It's 5 minutes.
And we thought, oh, you know what? I didn't catch up on this week's Ash vs. Doom. But I will. Sorry, didn't see this one. Did you see this week's Ash vs.
No.
Doom? Yeah, we didn't see it. That happens sometimes. I was way too busy binge watching Flash and Arrow.
You suppose it's officially the most pirated thing ever?
Ash vs. the Evil Dead? I haven't seen that. I could only assume that you would see that spreading around somewhere online. I think it's a relatively niche audience. Ash versus, or Evil Dead. Talk about the chairs. They're red. They're nice. They're nice chairs. They're not great. So it's fine. Fine chairs. Next previously recorded, we're filming this week. It's going to be on the Steam controller, and I'm hoping to get it out. If we can film early enough, maybe I can get that out by the weekend.
When's the thing officially released anyway?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We have ours. Oh, I'm not paying attention. So when it's released. Soon. I think it's released soon. But we are ready to film the episode. We have played enough with it. So
Why does this microphone keep falling down, Jack?
I don't know, Rich.
It won't stay up. It just won't. I hate it.
You get it?
I hate it.
Ammunition critical.
Oh fuck! You're right in my face, you fucker.
Wait, what?
A demon. A fucking demon. You know fucking demons.
Warning. Ammunition critical.
What? I'm just trying to read the,
What?
Oh, just, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. It's, you know what it is, Rich? It's fine.
Is it?
It's all fine.
It doesn't sound fine.
It's all fine.
You're not making it sound like something that's fine.
I've
heard fine. That's not fine.
I think it's fine, Rich. I think everything is fine. I think everything is fine, like, all of the time. Or most of the time, or whatever.
What went wrong?
In what?
Something. I don't know. You're acting strange. You're freaking me out, Jack.
I'm freaking you out? The coffee has not kicked in yet, is what's happening. My coffee has not kicked in. And that is very upsetting to me, as I enjoy coffee and coffee-related things. You know, Professor Pun, what are your thoughts on people wanting spoilers before a movie even comes out? It's kind of the nature of the internet, which kind of speeds everything up.
You know what?
What?
Mass Effect 3 caused me to do that with games. If I know a game's gonna be like heavy on story, I'm gonna read up on whether or not the ending is shit before I get invested.
That's terrible.
That's Mass Effect 3's doing. Not mine. Thank you, BioWare.
That is terrible.
Thank you, BioWare.
You know, but it's one of those things where, like, behind-the-scenes footage used to be a fun treat, and people discovered very early that could be used to help market a movie, right? Is leaking out information, but now that has snowballed, and so now they're strategically leaking stuff and making sure that they're leaking stuff on a regular schedule, and in order to release new information about the movie on a regular schedule, they need to give more and more of the movie away in smaller chunks, and that's just how it's going. That's just what's happening. So the only people we have to blame for this are ourselves. If you have ever clicked on a story about breaking down the new poster for Star Wars and what we think is going to happen, if you ever like clicked on a web video that was just like two guys talking about the new Star Wars movie and what they think about it, then you are to blame. Then you are to blame for this culture of more information, speculative information.
Just avoid the information.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Unless you want to know if they're going to drop the ball before you get invested, which is what I've started doing since Mass Effect 3. And it's fine.
No, but then that ruins it. Like,
Well,
because then if you are going to get invested, you already know the end, and then the ending's pointless.
Better than getting sucker punched.
No. So you get all goes back to better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Sometimes you gotta let yourself hurt, Rich. Haven't you seen Inside Out? You gotta let sadness in sometimes.
Yeah, you didn't experience Mass Effect 3 like I did, Jack. You don't know, and you have no business talking about it. None.
Leftover beefcake. No, the Wednesday stream was canceled because I had some work I needed to get done, some very top secret work that I needed to get done. I was planning on streaming right up until the very end, and then I needed to get some stuff done that I can't talk about yet. It's okay.
Nothing is ever okay.
It's all okay.
The future's uncertain, and the end is always near.
The future is uncertain, and the end is always near. That's true. But until it comes, I'll be all fine. I'll be okay. Until the end comes. And then once the end is here, then you're definitely fine because it's the end. You don't need to worry about it anymore. Right? Yeah. Top secret. Secret jack work. Yep. Everything's fine all the time. We do, Jay's Manhole, you're right. We do owe you an extra stream because we canceled Wednesday stream. We'll get right on that. That'll happen. Absolutely. It'll happen if we can make it happen, and if we can't, then it won't.
Why is it suddenly? We've canceled streams before.
Yeah.
This is nothing new.
Every canceled stream means that you get a new picture of Biscuit, and I know you guys like that. So, yeah. Tits and tats, you know what I'm saying? Tits for tats.
You're a weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdy McWeird.
That's great. Telegon, would Prereq ever do an interview? Do you mean like
with the creators of Strafe?
Do you mean like us interviewing someone else? Yes. Or do you mean someone else interviewing us? Yes. Of course we would. If we would have the chance to interview someone, we would.
Nobody would want to be interviewed by us. And that's just the truth.
You know. It's probably... Yeah, of course we would. Don't be silly. That's true, Too Much Nuki. We are still waiting for Jay's no board run of Alien Isolation. Yeah. Maybe one day it'll happen. Or it won't. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Elvis, we did get your package. Thank you. We appreciate the joke. Although Rich is unhappy with our running gags. In general. He's made no secret of this during the streams.
The chat enjoys them, but I'm sure people in the chat still haven't gotten sick of it's like poetry and rhymes, so...
I like our running gags. I like our spiky, Nuki... I can't think of any of our other running gags at the moment, but I like them. We should interview Hideo Kojima. That would be, he would be down for that, I'm sure.
I can tell you how that interview would go.
Yeah?
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak that language.
I'm sure it would be done through an interpreter, or he might be able to speak English.
Okay. I'm making a fucking joke.
I think that's how interviews...
It's called a joke?
I think that's how interviews work, Rich. Is like, generally, you figure out a way to communicate with each other, like, before the interview starts.
Well, we're too incompetent to do that. We're far too incompetent to do something like that right. You should know us better than that. You should know we're gonna fail on that one. Big fail.
Yeah.
Big fail.
Yeah, you're right. It would be one of those like, oh no, we'll just figure it out as it goes. It'll be fine. Yeah, just get him on the phone. and then a bunch of Japanese. I'm gonna assume. Hideo Kojima?
Yeah.
Is he Japanese?
No, he's Swiss.
Swiss.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's yeah.
Few people know that he's Swiss.
That's really interesting. See, this is the kind of great information that would come out in an interview with him. you got it.
Who could we realistically get in to interview?
Oh, I'm sure we could get in someone.
Say Tim Schafer.
Uh,
Could we snag a Tim Schafer?
Possibly. You know, how hard is that? You reach out to his publicist, make a phone call. We could ask Tim Schafer. Could we get Tim Schafer? I don't know. But we could ask. Why? Do you want to?
I don't know, I'm just wondering what our caliber is. Like,
Caliber's
Miyamoto.
Miyamoto. I'm gonna say
no.
I'm gonna say probably not. I'm gonna say probably not Miyamoto.
Casey Hudson.
Who's Casey Hudson?
He's the guy who ruined Mass Effect.
Well,
That'd be a fun one.
this is
It would be he'd come in and I'd be like, explain yourself. How does it feel to have ruined something beautiful?
what's his name?
Casey Hudson.
I don't know.
I think he's completely avoided any interview since.
Oh,
He locked himself in a bomb shelter
yeah.
after Mass Effect 3 and he has not come out to this day.
All right, I have his name down. We'll see if we can get him. We'll see if we can get him. Interview people from the Order 1886. Yeah, I think that's one of those things where, you know, we would set up that interview and then they might look into us and see that interview and then cancel. So
How big of jagoffs do you suppose they would be? How pretentious are the creators of the Order?
Oh, and see, I wouldn't see it like that. Everything I've seen about them interview-wise came out before the game was released.
Fuck.
And, you know, then you're in marketing mode and you kind of have to talk nice about the project. I think there's a strong...
Just having created that in the first place. How pretentious do you suppose they are?
There's a possibility. I would also give the possibility that they completely understand what they made wasn't good, and you know, had a couple deadlines and had some expectations from Sony. Whether or not they'd be able to talk about that in an interview is a whole nother thing, because you know they have their own relationships and businesses to.
You'd never get a candid interview on it.
No, oh God, no. Not unless they've made a separate game for a separate company that was big, and they could trash Sony.
Or their career was just over already.
Exactly.
And they have nothing to lose.
Like, you know, they're on their camel farm or whatever it is, and or corn farm. You know, camel farm is just the first thing I thought of. Or their lobster farm. Maybe they run a lobster farm. Is there such a thing as a lobster farm? I suppose we need to get lobster anyway. How do you get lobster? Like, I know it comes from the sea, but do you call it a lobster farm?
There's farm-raised, like, fish.
Yeah.
I can only assume there's farm-raised lobster. Yes. Though, lobster are probably easy enough to catch that they don't need a farm. You put a cage in the water and you lift the cage up, and there's like 8,000 lobsters in the cage.
But the area in which you keep all of your lobster cages.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm just moving the mic.
Is that called a lobster farm?
No.
Or is it just called the
If
ocean?
you're catching wild lobsters, no, it's not called
It's just the
It's
ocean.
just called the ocean? I don't know anything about lobster farming.
Which Doom is this?
the original. Well, it's the original with, like, mods. You can look up and down in this version.
It's the original with 10,000 mods.
And they added in new animations and gore.
all sorts of shenanigans.
Oh.
And egans. Shenans and egans. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted. I think you're in fine.
Okay. I should have worn a green T-shirt.
You are.
It would have been hilarious.
It would have been hilarious. You're right.
As it is now, I just look like a thug because I'm wearing the stocking cap.
You know, it's cold out.
Well, that's the thing, is I put it on because it was cold out, and
Yeah.
now I have to continue wearing it because my hair's fucked up from wearing it. It's a whole problem,
It's
Jack.
a vicious circle.
I have an entire, like a similar but very different problem, where if I wear a knit cap, I get the cap lines on my bald head.
But those go away pretty quick. When you wear a
You know.
stocking cap for too long and your hair's fucked up, it's just fucked up.
Yeah.
It doesn't go back.
Yeah.
Which means I'm wearing this for the next 6 months.
You can't undo it. It was stylistically
It
designed
was,
to be that
yeah,
way.
you can diminish the effects of it.
It is that cold in Milwaukee. It was like in the 30s.
It was chilly, yeah.
Very cold. Maybe 40s.
So before I got here, was there just a big empty space?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't want to have to deal with like
Having to adjust it or anything?
having to adjust the camera. Or anything. Yeah. I tried to find the tiny skeleton. Where's the tiny skeleton?
Rich, I think you cleaned up last time.
You know what? I probably put it in with one of those bins.
Oh,
Okay, I
that's
gotta take
not
that home with me because that's my personal tiny skeleton.
Oh my god! I did not
That
know
is not a studio prop. And I wanted to get one anyway, and it was
Right.
just advantageous that it was around Halloween time where you could easily get one.
Sure.
I just decided one day that I didn't have one and I needed one.
Needed.
They have great skeletons at Walmart.
Yeah.
Full size articulated skeletons.
Oh, sure. Do they still have them? They might have them on clearance.
They
That'd
might
be
have
great.
clearance. They were. It was like $20. It was relatively cheap.
Maybe I'll
And,
check that out.
Like they had no good skeletons at the Halloween stores.
Oh, yeah.
All their
Yeah,
skeletons
sometimes
were
they
crap.
have like certain things that are really great and then other things that are no good at all.
Yep. And then we just happened to like hop into Walmart for something else, and just sitting there was a perfect skeleton.
Well, that's great.
Great. It was great.
I'm going through October withdrawals. When you walk around the neighborhoods and there's still those couple sad houses that haven't taken down their decorations, and
Yeah.
you're just like, aw,
And you missed the good
I
time.
miss the good times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's not a good place to stand, buddy.
Kick him off of there. There you go. We had a pretty bum Halloween. Our trick-or-treat day, the 31st on Halloween, it was cold and rainy.
Yeah.
And usually we get hundreds of kids. And so
Yeah,
we,
I was at a friend's house in Bayview
Yeah.
that usually gets lots of trick-or-treaters, and they
No.
didn't get hardly anything.
yeah, so now we just have bags and bags of candy, which is terrible.
Oh, that's awful. Oh, look at all this candy.
Yes, that's terrible. When you try very hard not to eat candy, it does not help if you are surrounded by candy.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's just staring at you.
Well, you gotta eat it.
You gotta eat it.
That's like I always buy for the studio every year. I buy the monster cereals. And it's like, well, they're here. I gotta keep eating it.
right?
It's the only time of the year I eat cereal.
Frankenberry never lasts long.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
Do they actually taste different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankenberries,
Strawberry.
strawberry.
Okay.
Blueberries, blueberry, and then Count Chocula is chocolate. I don't know what the difference between Frankenberry and like Fruit Brute is. Maybe Fruit Brute's like a mixed one, but that doesn't come out every year anyway. That's a rarer one. There's also Yummy Mummy.
What?
Those are
What's
those.
the difference between Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute? Is it
I have
just the
no
same
idea.
thing with a
I-
different branding?
I don't know if I've ever had either.
Okay.
Because there's the three staples that they do every year, and then
course.
every once in a while they'll re-release like Fruit Brute or Yummy Mummy.
I've never even heard of those. That's how rare.
That's
it is.
yeah, they're not that common.
Now I want some yummy butter.
No, you don't, because mummies suck.
Oh.
I hate mummies. They're the worst monsters.
They just haven't been done right.
Jay, don't. Shh.
No, we're gonna reinvent the mummy someday.
That's what I'm
We'll
saying.
make mummies cool.
Mummies just haven't gotten their remade respect yet.
Yes.
Which
someday,
we will get to work on.
someday,
Yes.
some filmmaker will come along, the right filmmaker,
Yes.
and make mummies cool. Because as it stands right now, mummies suck.
Pretty much.
They're the lamest.
They made an attempt to reinvent the mummy, but then they made their movie star Brandon Fraser.
And they basically made an Indiana Jones movie
Exactly.
without Indiana Jones and with mummies.
And that's dumb.
In one of Lloyd Kaufman's books, the head of Trauma, he described mummies as that kid in high school that you steal his glasses and throw them over his head to your friends.
Oh.
That's what a mummy is. It's a slow, lumbering, worthless monster.
Poor mummies. No respect.
I don't feel bad for them.
You don't feel? I feel bad for mummies. They're a hard-working monster. They're out there cursing people. Maybe I don't know what mummies. They curse people, right?
They just shuffle around. They suck.
But they curse you. That's the mummies thing. The mummies curse.
Yeah. Whatever.
Like,
What am I more terrified of? A curse or getting my fucking head bitten off?
ooh. Okay. All right. Got it.
What if it's a mummy with a really big mouth? Like, they bite your head off.
Ooh.
They're too weak though. They walk slowly up
I
to you
think
and you
they're-
just run away.
They're slow, but I think they are supposed to be strong. I think mummy strength.
If they're
is a
slow,
thing.
it doesn't matter. You just run away. It's like Chucky. Chucky's coming towards you. You just kick him.
Right. He's a tiny doll.
He's a tiny doll man. Just
Yeah.
kick him. Chucky's better than mummies, though. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. Chucky has some personality to him.
Yes.
Mummies, I think maybe that's the thing. Is mummies lack personality.
That's true.
They don't have a thing. I mean, curse, but a curse is so ethereal. It's just it's
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
It's out there. Oh, I guess I have bad luck.
I think the curse is just the mummy will kill you.
Oh, is that it?
I think so.
That's the mummy's
Wow.
curse. Is the mummy?
If the
kills
mummy
you?
ever catches up with you, it'll kill you. All right, I'll just run away every time I see him. Because he shuffles slowly.
That's the mummy's curse.
I think it is.
Oh.
All right, mummy versus zombie.
They're basically the same thing.
I know they are.
One mummy
zombies are
One mummy
creepier,
versus one zombie.
versus one zombie. The mummy wins.
The scary thing about zombies, though, is that they can gang up on you.
Right.
And that they might be relatives of yours, which is psychologically terrifying.
They resemble people.
Yes. Yeah, they're people, basically. They were people.
The loss of humanity. Absolutely.
Right.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, he's fine. He is Cheerios. He'll be fine.
Hi, Colin. Yes, that Warcraft movie does look terrible.
There's a Warcraft movie?
Yeah.
They're making a full-length Warcraft
With
movie.
realistic-looking humans, because they're humans, and
Oh, so it's animated.
no. I mean, live-action people, but the orcs, they kind of look like straight out of the video game, cartoony.
Oh.
They're proportioned like all goofy.
Is this like a big theatrical release?
Yep.
I haven't even heard of it.
Legendary and Universal Pictures.
Who's directing? Some nobody?
Let me.
Is
look
it
that up.
Steven Summers, the director of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser? Because that wouldn't surprise me. That sounds like a movie he would make.
What it looks like is if I were a fan of the World of Warcraft, it looks like a movie.
Oh,
Duncan Jones.
Duncan Jones. That name sounds familiar.
Moon.
Oh no! Moon is a great movie.
Well, no, he's getting paid. That's good.
I
Let him
guess.
get paid.
All right, I haven't seen the trailer, so I can't really comment. I guess, but
Moon was great.
Moon is a fantastic movie.
Moon is a great little sci-fi movie. Oh, look at your guys breathe.
You know what else is a fantastic movie?
What?
It's a little thing I just saw called The Shawshank Redemption. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of that film?
How awesome, Jay, is
It's-
the Shawshank Redemption?
It's a great movie.
Great.
It's a great movie that I knew was going to be a great movie, which is why I wasn't so like. I hadn't seen the movie, but I had basically seen the movie just through pop culture osmosis.
Of course.
But it's a testament to how good the movie is that
you didn't care.
well that I didn't care what
that
I
you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like the writing and the performance especially are so strong. Like even when it got to the ending, when there's the big reveal of what Tim Robbins has been up to, which I already knew, it was still incredibly satisfying. And even the voiceover, like I don't like voiceover narration in too many movies, but it works so great in that. Because Tim Robbins is basically the main character, but it's through the point of view of the Morgan Freeman character. Like, it's great. Red, yeah.
Red.
When it started, the cinematography reminded me a lot of what?
I shit you not, Alex Kurtzman is making a Mummy movie. What? Hold on. Oh, it's
Alex Kurtzman.
the guy who did
Is that the
guy who did Shawshank.
Shawshank? No, that's Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption. Did Alex Kurtzman write the Walking Dead comic?
No, that
Kurtzman
was
wrote a Walking Dead comic.
Kirkman.
Oh, Alex Kurtzman from Kurtzman and Orky. Yeah,
Oh
fuck
my
that
God,
asshole.
I'm so sorry.
That's terrible news.
I was thinking of Darabont, by the way.
Okay.
So, I was like, oh, that must be the Darabont.
Yeah, Walking Dead. You think of
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I understand the confusion.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh God.
I'm so sorry, Frank Darabont.
No, you're not.
I am.
You knew it.
I didn't. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, the look of The Shawshank Redemption reminded me a lot of a Coen Brothers movie, which made sense because then I found out the cinematographer is Roger Deakins, who's done a lot of their movies.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure, I can see that.
So yes, now I can say I've seen The Shawshank Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
I can say it's great.
So, bet you got busy living,
I got busy living,
and you didn't get. Busy
I did not get busy
No,
dying.
that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. I consider this a big accomplishment.
It
Now
is.
people don't have to annoy me with, you've never seen The Shawshank Redemption?
It's one of those things though that where now that you've seen it, you understand why we were all confused.
I understood before. That's the thing. I know it's a great movie without seeing it because I know everything about it because everybody told me everything about it.
Right.
It's like somebody continually turning down $1 million. What?
I will say,
I don't need that right now.
I will say there.
I'm sure it's fine, $1 million.
As far as great
I'll take
movies
it
go,
eventually.
though, it's not one that like I connected with personally all that much. It's a little schmaltzier than I mean, it's a good kind of schmaltz. It's not
Yeah.
bad. But the day before that, I had rewatched Dog Day Afternoon
Oh, okay.
with Al Pacino.
Sure.
Which that's my type of movie as far as like classics go, where it just feels so grounded and real, and that's the kind of thing that I am interested in more than sort of heightened emotion schmaltz. So I understand it's a great movie. I liked it a lot. I
Just
thought
like
it,
human misery.
no, it's not human misery. Well, actually, Dog Day Afternoon kind of ends pretty miserable, but
Yeah.
it's not just that. It's just the tone of like where things are more grounded and realistic is more my
What's in my
kind
way?
of thing.
What's in my way? Oh God, there was a thing blocking me.
But that's not to take away from how great Shawshank Redemption is.
Right. A different kind.
It's a great movie. Everyone's going to say, Jay hates Shawshank Redemption.
They're saying it already.
Of course. No, just great performances all around. Clancy Brown, William Sadler, Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journeys, of course, in that movie. He's one of the inmates with the slight stutter.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yep. You might not recognize him because he's not wearing pancake makeup and black under his eyes.
That's the only way I would recognize him. Is if he is playing that one character. The one character of that.
He's the main bad guy in Die Hard 2. William Sadler's great.
He's been around.
Is he?
He's the president in Iron Man 3.
President or the vice president?
The vice president is Miguel Ferrer.
That's right.
The president is William Sadler.
Oh yeah. It's so you know what? Him with hair.
He's been in every. He's like one of those guys.
Yep.
You're like, oh, it's that guy.
Him now that you say that, I can picture what he looks like without looking like a Grim Reaper.
He's in The Mist, which is also Frank Darabont, so that's not surprising. I love William Sadler. He's great.
Well,
He's the lead. I don't know if he plays the lead very often, but he's the lead in the Tales from the Crypt film Demon Knight. He's very good in that.
Is he the lead?
Yeah, he's the lead. Well, he starts as the lead, and then Jada Pinkett Smith kind of takes over as the lead.
Yeah.
But he starts the movie as the lead.
I was thinking that was Billy Zane. He's the
bad
he's the
guy.
bad guy.
Oh man, he's chewing the scenery in that movie. It's so great.
I mean, in every movie, Billy.
Well, especially that movie.
That's Billy Zane. The Zane.
Yeah.
That's what.
Don't mess with my friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude. He's from Zoolander.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
No.
Billy Zane is amazing. Only because one of the few movies we have going on.
Oh God. I don't think I've ever seen The Phantom.
We have to see the film.
Oh man.
I'm sure it's great.
Purple spandex.
Purple spandex.
That's what you did with your superhero costumes back then.
You needed spandex, so we'll make spandex. That was part of the the early years of superhero movies.
The awkward years, yeah.
The Phantom, The Shadow,
The Shadow.
with Alec Baldwin.
Was that was post Batman,
The Shadow.
post Tim Burton Batman? So there's really no excuse.
Well, Tim Burton Batman. Come on. is a little cheese.
Sure, but I mean the costume's great. It's not just like cheap spandex.
Sure. The Phantom and the Shadow have blended in my head to make Darkman. Yes.
Well, Darkman's great though.
Yeah.
Darkman is great in its own right.
Yeah. Have you guys talked about Ash versus Evil Dead?
I haven't seen episode 2 yet.
Oh, I watched episode 2.
Yeah.
It's great. I was worried. The show is great, by the way.
Of course.
If anyone was wondering what I thought of it. It's great.
We're all surprised to hear this from you.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop you from talking about Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Nobody
well, my concern was though after because the first episode Sam Raimi directed, and I was worried there'd be like a pretty dramatic downgrade in quality as far as like the visuals, because he's such a visual filmmaker.
Yeah.
The camera's constantly doing weird shit. I love that scene on the first episode where it's lit solely by the flashlight spinning on the ground. That's like classic Evil Dead Sam Raimi stuff.
Yep.
So I was concerned about that like maybe the other episodes would look cheaper or be more like generic looking, but that second episode, it lives up to the first one.
See, like I was really excited to have him hand over the reins to someone else.
Jack's weird.
I wouldn't say I was excited. I was hesitant. I was very hesitant.
I love Evil Dead, and I worried after like I love the first episode. Rich and I already talked about this. Love the first episode. Putting that out there because I know you're already typing. You're already typing. Oh, Jack hates Evil Dead. Love Evil Dead, but the first episode was a little referencey.
I would say it was just the right amount.
It was enough that it got me worried about the rest of it.
Okay.
And so then, like, handing off the reins to another director meant we might get a fresher take. And,
Yeah, okay.
And I'm excited about that. I'm
Yeah.
excited about watching
There's one pretty big reference to Evil Dead 2 in the second episode, but that's about it. The majority of the episode is just the most awkward dinner scene ever. It's so great.
Oh, good.
What was that? Is that the the little
The
droid?
R2 USB hub keeps moving.
Every once in a while, it just moves.
Yeah, he turns his head for no reason.
Oh my
no
God.
apparent reason.
We found a way to mute it so it doesn't beep all the time.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Why
weird.
would you want to, though?
Because we don't want random beeps.
Why not?
And bloops. Because we're not.
Start living, Jack.
I gotta get busy.
You gotta get busy living.
I gotta get busy living. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Wow.
So you have stars now, right? You can watch.
I do.